Hey guys, welcome to episode 5. Yes, episode 5 of Cat Chats. I thought today's Cat Chats would be really casual. I'm gonna share with you guys some stories. I actually have another Cat Chats. I said I was gonna do one a month. Just one Cat Chats video a month, but I'm actually gonna be posting another Cat Chats video like in a week, maybe even sooner, because you're gonna freak out at my next Cat Chats. Wait till I show you what went down. But anyway, in today's Cat Chats, we are gonna talk stories. It is story time today. I thought I would share with you guys like little stories of my life, just so you guys can get to know me just a little bit better. These are really just stupid little random stories that stayed in my memory as I grew up. Some of them are awkward, some of them are really embarrassing, and some of them are just pretty funny to me. At least to me they are. Most of you might find this video boring, so if you don't like stories, you might want to leave. But I've got my coffee ready, pumpkin spice. Let's get started. Still too hot. So one time when I was like 12 or something, my cousin Janine, which by the way, you're gonna be hearing Janine's name a lot in this video, some of the most awkward stories happened with her. She had a neighbor who was pretty much our age. His name was Raymond, and I thought he was like the cutest thing ever. We were like 11. Was I 11? I don't know. Janine is like a year and a half older than me. Whatever. I had a huge crush on him. And we would talk on the phone all the time. Like the three of us, we would do like three-ways because that was, you know, that was the thing you did back then. I don't think anybody does three-way calling anymore. And one day he asked me to be his girlfriend, which of course when you're like 11 years old or 12, 13, I don't know, being somebody's girlfriend or boyfriend is like pretty much just talking on the phone. At least that's what it was for me. I don't know who in their right mind has a boyfriend at 12 years old, but when you're young, I mean, you're, you know, whatever. So he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, oh my god, Raymond asked me to be his girlfriend, this is so great. And then like a week later, we were on a three-way call again, me, Janine, and Raymond, and he straight up told me that he was breaking up with me because he was secretly in love with Janine. And that is why he started to date me, so that he can get closer to Janine. And I remember just sitting there on the phone like, because yes folks, apparently the way to get to a girl, the way to get a girl to be your girlfriend is to start dating her cousin first. It's so funny to me, like Janine and I talk about it all the time, and it is so funny. He knew his way with the ladies. Raymond, wherever you are in the world today, I'm sure you're doing swell. Funny story, not funny. Cool story. I actually met one of my greatest friends in the entire world, Samantha, in 9th grade. And we got along so well, like we loved each other so much that we would always say like, man, I really wish we were related. Like I wish that we would be family. And then one day we were talking and we realized that she had a brother and I had a sister, and they were the same age. Like they were very close in age. And we came up with this brilliant plan to hook them up. So I would stay at Samantha's house after school, and I would make my sister come pick me up, and then, you know, we tried to kind of like play Cupid, and we really wanted her brother to be with my sister. We must be damn geniuses, because now they are married and they have 2 kids, which you guys know as Sophia and Noah. So our dreams did come true. We are now family. Technically, Samantha and I are now family, and we say it all the time. Those kids would not be here if it wasn't for us. This one is a story that haunts me till this day. So one time, my cousin Janine and I, we went with her dad and her dad's wife and her little sister to Key West. If you don't know what Key West is, it's like the Florida Keys where everybody goes fishing and like everybody loves it there. It's not my favorite place, I don't like it, but one day we were on this little trolley. Was it a trolley? No, it was like a golf cart type of thing that you could rent and drive around Duval Street, you know, all the little touristy area. And her dad was driving it, so it was the 4 of us, the 5 of us, learn how to count, in this little car, and we were all drinking Sobe pina coladas. You know, like the Sobe bottles with the pina coladas in it. Some of them, I mean, they have lemonade, they have a bunch of different flavors, but we were all drinking the pina colada flavor, and they were glass. So as we are driving down Key West, for a brief second I thought I was Michael Jordan. And I finished my bottle and I see a trash can significantly far from the little car that we were in. And I think to myself, oh, I could throw this and I could totally make it in that trash can, as this car is driving past it. So me being the very intelligent 15-year-old, I throw this bottle. And guess what happens? Yeah, I missed and I almost killed a man. As the bottle is leaving my hands, I'm like, ooh, not quite. It bounces. Don't know how it bounced because it's glass, but it bounced right off the trash can, the metal trash can, and almost killed some old man because it landed on his feet pretty much. And he was like, ah, what? And people were all looking at the cart like, who just threw a glass bottle out of a moving go-kart? My face was like this. The car kept going and I got in big trouble. There was a lot of yelling from my uncle and his wife. And till this day, I mean, it's a joke now. It wasn't a joke then, but till this day, I can't even look at a pina colada sobe bottle. I don't know if I've said this story before. I probably have. But in middle school, I had a huge crush on this guy. And I was walking after school. Middle school was a very dark time in my life. I've mentioned that. But anyway, I was walking to my mom's car after school, and I was walking with my friend Emmeline. And as we were walking, I hear him behind me, and I'm like, oh my god, he's behind me. And then all of a sudden, I hear him and his friend laughing, like hysterically laughing. And we were looking at each other like, why are they laughing? Whatever. I get in the car, and then my friend Emmeline's like, dude, you have gum in your hair. And yes, they were hysterically laughing because they threw gum in my hair. The gum was like really close to my head, like right here. And when we got home, my mom had to take out the gum with basicoache, which I don't even know what that is in English. It's basically what you clean your floors with, like fabuloso, like something like that. My mom had to take the gum out of my hair with that. We were there 4 hours. Yeah, I didn't like him anymore after that. Oh my god, in the classroom that Samantha and I met in, it was a math class. And it was the funniest math class ever because we hated our math teacher. He was awful. He was like a mixture between Geppetto and the guy from the Visine commercials. Like, he looked like Geppetto, identical, spot on. And then he spoke like the guy from the Visine commercials. So even if you liked math, it was impossible to learn anything in that class. And it was crazy because what he would do is he would go to the board, he would write out a problem, you would have to answer it, he would walk around the class, see if you got it right or wrong, and then go back to the board, erase it, write a problem, walk around the class. It was like that the entire year. Samantha and I would fall asleep 80% of the time. Spoiler alert, we both failed that class. And one time, Geppetto, I don't even remember his name right now. I feel bad calling him Geppetto. Samantha?
Hello?
Samantha?
Kathleen?
Samantha? Samantha?
Kathleen?
Why did you hang up on me?
Because you weren't answering me. I thought you butt dialed me.
No, I didn't butt dial you. I'm filming a cat chats video and I need to ask you a question because I'm talking about stories about stuff that happened to me and I'm saying a story about you. What was Geppetto's name?
Mr. Viles.
Oh, Mr. Viles, that's right, that's right. It even sounds boring. One time Mr. Viles was coming around the classroom to see, if you got the answer right or wrong. And as he checks Samantha's paper, when he walks away, Samantha does this to his butt. But obviously she doesn't grab his butt. You don't touch people like that. But she's walking away and she's pretending to grab his butt. Like, she's looking at me and she's like, heh heh heh, laughing, pretending to grab his butt. And then when she looks back at Mr. Viles, he's like turned around, staring dead at her. So she's like, and I could not control my laughter at all. So I'm laughing so hard at this point that I put my head in my sweater. I had like a sweater on my desk and I put my head in the sweater just so that he wouldn't see me laughing, which that was pretty dumb, but that's what I did. And then I hear him tell her, you have an F for the day? And then that just made me laugh even more. So I'm cracking up in my sweater and then all of a sudden I feel somebody poke me on the shoulder and I'm like, oh no, it's Mr. Viles. So when I go to take my head out of the sweater, my head gets caught in my sweater. Of course, because look at the size of my head. It took me about 5 minutes to get my head out of my sweater. I'm like pulling it and like trying so hard to pull it, and then that just makes me start laughing even more. So when I finally take my sweater off, my hair is a hot rat's nest of a mess, and I have tears coming down my face from laughing so hard. And I look up at him and I'm like, and then he's like, and you have an F for the day. And Samantha and I were like, dang it, that's like the 5th one this week. I was walking to class my 7th grade year, and somebody spit on me from the 2nd floor. They just spit right on my head. And I remember touching my head like, and hearing people laughing from the 2nd floor. I loved middle school. I've definitely told you this story before, like in my 50 random facts about me, but just in case any new subscribers are out there, I have to tell you this story because I still laugh about it when I lay down in bed at night. My cousin and Janine's little sister, Nisi, her name is Nisi. It was me, Nisi, Emilia, my best friend Emilia, and my grandmother, Mami Yolanda, that's what we call her, Mami Yolanda. We were all playing dominoes in the backyard. And my grandmother has fake teeth. And my grandmother is very, very outrageous and crazy. Has no filter. Out of her mind, she's wild, I love her, she's funny. So we were all playing dominoes, and I don't know what possessed me to ask her or to tell her to do this, but we were just sitting there and I was like, Mami Yolanda, ala si. I told her to do this. And she did it. And my cousin was sitting directly in front of her, and when she did this, her teeth went flying right into my little cousin's face. Like her full fake teeth right in Nisi's face. Hit her right in her face. I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in my entire life. Pretty sure it's scarred my cousin for life, but for me, that's one of my funniest memories ever. My grandmother was just sitting there without teeth, like in shock. She thought that her teeth would stay there, but they didn't. One time, I was walking to class with my friend Malin, and for some reason, she was walking in front of me, and for some reason, there was a mustard packet on the floor, and she steps on it. I mean, obviously not on purpose, but she steps on it, and it bursts open, and it squirts backwards, and I got mustard on my entire body, mainly my pants. I ran to the bathroom, I took most of the mustard off, but the scent of mustard is very strong, and I smelled like mustard for the remainder of the day. I remember walking into my class right after lunch, and some kid was like, dude, you smell like mustard. I was like, you smell like mustard. Okay guys, so that was it. That is the end of this Cat Chat storytime video. I had a bunch more stories to tell you, but I didn't realize that I was gonna be sitting here blabbing for this long. Actually, I did realize that because all my videos are long. I talk way too much. So if you want to see a part 2 to Cat Chat's storytime, leave a comment down below. Like, put it in caps and be like, yeah, part 2 in caps. If it's not in caps, then I don't know what to tell you. Put it in caps so I know it's real. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this a little bit entertaining. I hope it wasn't too long and boring. But yeah, I don't know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.